Hello folks and welcome back to our playthrough of Crusader Kings II and, well, tutorial series as well, because Crusader Kings II is a game that needs a tutorial, so... Anyways, in the last episode we did a little, we started off with our petty king Heralder here, and we sort of explained what was going on, and we did a little invasion. And took the land that Hrafn has here. So, anyways, where do we go from here? Or, well, no, maybe it was actually Odir? Odir, I think, is maybe the guy we took. Or maybe it was all of this. Anyways, where do we go from here? Well, we have a little bit of threat right now, but we can't do another conquest or subjugation, because we can only do one per lifetime. So I think now we're kind of just gonna run out the clock on our king here and eventually move on to our heir. So let's get the clock moving. We'll move it up to 3. We got a market village in Sealand, and we'll probably want to do the Earth Hill Fort pretty soon here. So what is this? Oh, that defensive pact against us, someone left. Oh, it's actually been disbanded. Well, that's always a good sign. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can declare any more wars. We can turn someone into a tributary, which will give us more, let's see. Gives us prestige. They become a tributary. What else? Peaceful resolution by green. Let's see. What is... Oh, you pay... It's right at the top there. You pay 40% of their income as tribute. So that's not bad. But obviously you'd want to focus on someone who has a lot of income. These little guys, they don't have a lot of income. Now, what is this? Hrafn of Holland. We have a chance to do a righteous imprisonment of him. Probably because he's planning some kind of plot against us. Let's go look at intrigue, known plots. And he's looking to kill Yunmund here, which is... yeah, so... he's planning to kill someone, but it's no one that we care about. It's no one from our dynasty or anything, so... I'm not gonna do it. Although I could revoke his stuff here. Actually, you know what? I think we may do that, actually. But, to give us a little improvement, let's send my spy out here as well. Alright, so now... oh, I thought that it would go up, but I guess it's just based on overall intrigue. So let's see if we can imprison him and then revoke his title. We did imprison him, okay. Now can we revoke his title? Oh, apparently I thought we would have been able to do it. Why does he not like me? Oh, okay, so it'll go to his... So I actually should have paid attention to this. Hrafn here. Even if we take him out, his stuff is going to go to Odir, which may not be a good thing. Let's see. We could release him from prison. We could ransom him to himself for 86 gold. He doesn't have 86 gold though. He only has 44. We could humiliate him, mutilate him, torture him. Let's see, if we humiliate him, he won't like us. But it hurts him as well. It hurts his prestige and general opinion. So you know what, we'll do that. It'll hurt him, so we'll have one less person to necessarily worry about. But it sends him back to his holdings, so. Alright, terrain is key to winning battles. If I focus my studies, I believe I can master the tactics of one type of terrain. So this is one of the things that comes up when you're doing the war focus. You get an option to learn about different terrains. So if we look at the terrain map, I believe most of this is pretty much either farm or, well, farmlands, I think that's considered flat terrain, yes. Plains is flat terrain. So it looks like most of the area down here is flat terrain. So I think we'll go with that. Generally, I like taking flat terrain. If we were moving more up here, I would definitely maybe look at one of the ones that helps for hills or mountains or whatever. But for the time being, I'm thinking flat terrain is the best option. It's not going to matter much anyways. I don't imagine our guy's going to last much longer anyways. So what's going to leave the Jarldom of West Scotland? Oh, that's part of that's something that we have, but it's eventually going to leave us, which just means that this guy's going to leave us probably. Raffin and Oder are together. Oh, that's lovely. That means if I potentially get into a war, I'll have to fight both of them. My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? We will ask him politely. That's Raffin there. We'll see if it works. Probably not going to work. Do not speak to me of obligations and duties. I may be your vassal, but that does not make me your slave. I am within my full right to associate with whichever faction I wish. Signed, Raffin. That little... oh well. Alright, so a couple of our little vassals here don't really like us. Oder's not part of our council, so he doesn't like that. But I'm not really interested in putting him on the council, so... let's see. Can I raise tribal organization? I can. So with raising tribal organization, pretty much that allows you to make an empowered council, that sort of thing. And raising the organization eventually makes it where you can pretty much adopt feudalism or merchant republic. So since it looks like we should be able to do this, and the council is not allowed to initiate voting for this type of law, I think we'll do that. We were able to do that with relative ease. We're not able to go to medium because our council is not liking it. Why don't they like it? Why aren't they supporting me, darn it? Raffin of Holland used a favor on Oder to force them to join all their factions. Do we know anything about factions? To look at factions, you want to go up to intrigue. Threats. Alright, so we'll pause it here for a moment. So we have Orvar, Chief of Vestfold, looking for independence. Raffin, Chief of Holland, is looking to lower tribal organization. And Oder is looking to also lower tribal organization. Interesting. So they're both a bit of a threat there. They're a threat, but they're not a threat. Like, directly against my troops, they may be a little bit of a threat. But with my allies, I should be able to take care of them. Alright, so what do we want to do? Well, I suppose we can send our guys out on a little raiding party down in Holstein here. Just to get a little bit of gold for us. So we'll bring them up, we'll bring them over here. There's no point in really raiding around here because it's just going to be... to me, it would be a waste raiding around there. So we'll do that, we'll put them as looter, and we'll send them over to Holstein. Now, Holstein's the only place that we can raid right now, because we don't have enough technology to do boats and that sort of thing. Yeah, we're still quite a bit of ways. I think we're going to change our spy master and put him to study technology. He's a good spy master. Let's send him to Kent. Hopefully he'll survive all of that stuff over there. Alright, well, while I have a moment, let's look and see if he has anything good. He really doesn't have any good traits, so to me, he wouldn't make very good on the council. Now, I do wish that my son here was better at, like, anything. He's alright with intrigue and learning, but beyond that, nothing else. Alright, so we pretty much finished all our stuff there. Suppose we can move our forces up over here to do some raiding. And while they're doing some raiding, let's go to Finn and build a market village here. Now, we currently have our Chancellor, or our Steward, over in Scaland, overseeing construction. If you want to move them, you just have to click on them and then right-click on where you want them to go. Now, you can't do that all the time. Once they go to a certain location, they're stuck there for a little bit. So, generally, I try to wait and let them kind of do their thing. And then once, I believe it takes anywhere from like a year to a little bit more than that before they're able to move. Let's see, cannot assign a new job till 24th April 772. So it looks like for overseeing construction, it's probably about 6 months that they can't move anywhere else. And that pretty much just takes into account movement time and all that sort of stuff. Ooh, this army of Bercy could be a little bit of trouble. I think we'll just, well, let's bring them to more there. Since they're heading down into here, gives me an opportunity to grab a little something. While, Svebold, whatever you call this place. The petty kingdom of Svebold, whatever. Pretty much what's going to become Sweden in time. They're doing a little, is this a subjugation war? I'm thinking it is. Yes, Swedish East Geatish subjugation war. Eventually I'll probably do my own little subjugation war. Yeah, as you can see, these little raids are giving us very little in the way of loot. Oh, the Independence faction led by Orvar has disbanded. Well, that's a good sign. And another market village is complete. Now, one thing that I want to take a look at, this Kingdom of Denmark. If I made this, I need 200 piety. So I am at 151 right now, so we're almost there. I also need 370 gold. But the good news is, I believe I have both of the smaller... Because you need 2 smaller duchies to create a kingdom. And it looks like I already have all of those. So if we can create this before we die, which is going to be a big if, but if we can, that would give us an opportunity to sort of consolidate all of this holding and hold on to the Jarldom of Vestergotland, or at least have that territory under our overall control. We're lecturing our son on flat terrain stuff. He still sucks, but he's trying to get better. He at least has a modifier going for him. Still wouldn't bring him into battle at all, but... I have another righteous imprisonment now. This would be for my son, Hroker of Skane. Now, what is he planning? Oh, I got a bird. Sure, we'll take the bird. Okay, so let's go see what our son is planning. Known plots, kill Prander. So our son is looking to kill our other son. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. Oh, Prander is better than the other son, though. But do I want to take one over the other? Let's see. So if I was to try and do this, yeah, 615. I don't think he has any alliances. You know what? We're gonna act... Is he my... He's elected to lead, but I don't think we necessarily want him, so... You know what? We are going to change our nomination to Prander, and we're going to imprison our son. My guards failed to capture Hroker, who now raised his flag in rebellion. To arms. Alright. So first things first, well, we have open council positions for Marshal. Might as well appoint someone there. Alright, and we got a little thing about our little bird that brought a book for us. This book about poetry is really boring. It is filled with do's and do nots, and I just want to throw it out the window. I get gain depressed, or I should take the bird out for some hunting instead. We'll do that. Because depression hurts your health, and that's just not a good thing. Alright, we have Hroffen, Chief of Holland. This guy really doesn't like us, but he has really great martial skills, so we're gonna put him on. And we're gonna have him train troops. What else? Well, we can call our allies, might as well do that. Looks like most of them will accept. Even Oder there, who doesn't like us at all. Hroffen might accept. And then we'll raise our armies as well. And let's see. Oh, Hroffen's not joining us, but it looks like pretty much everyone else is. So let's go arrest my son for going up against us. Although you can't quite put your finger on what's wrong, you don't feel quite right. We have a malaise on us, which hurts our health. That is not a good thing at all. Oh, and with that, we die. King Haraldr feasts in Valhalla at age 82. He died not knowing quite what was wrong with him. Although not especially blessed, we hope Haraldr will find peace in the afterlife. Lost titles, the petty kingdom of Vestergotland. To our brother Prander. So be it. So that's not a good thing. That actually sort of put us at a little bit of a disadvantage, because now there's two kingdoms here. One has Oder, and the other has our brother Prander. Directly under Hroker is 1.71k. So it's actually quite a bit of territory that's sort of consolidated. We just actually have to use it now. So it looks like we're probably going to... Well, let's see. If I was to declare a war... Oh, we gotta first return that. So if we were to declare a war, we can do this by having a claim on Vestergotland, because our father had the claim, and then that claim moved down. So we'd actually want to use this rather than subjugation, and hold our subjugation for later. So we'll wait a moment, let things build up a little bit, and then once they are built up, we should be ready to go and hopefully do some damage to these guys. Alright, why do you people not like me? I don't know. Well, let's see, our current wealth is 119, our prestige is 209, and piety is 238. So we're almost at the level of being able to make the Kingdom of Denmark. Alright, we got a little thing, an event saying 2 competent contenders are fighting for a position in Sealand, training the levies there. My gut tells me to choose the younger man, who has risen through the ranks faster, while my wife, Ragnfrid, is urging me to choose the older man, who has never risen above the rank of sergeant. Trust my wife. Looks like if I trust my wife, I gain content, and I can possibly gain martial. So we'll do that. I didn't gain martial, but I did at least become content. Hurts my intrigue, but helps my piety. So take that as you will. It's not necessarily good or bad. Alright, I need to change from theology focus and go to a war focus. But I can't do it until 774. Okay, so we got some time before we're able to do that. Let's see, Hroker is also currently grooming an heir, and he's planning to kill Pronder. Well, we'll keep that little plan going. How is that plan going anyways? My plot, only 35.5% plot power. We are auto-inviting plotters, but doesn't look like anyone likes us enough to do it. Alright, so what is our plan now that our sort of legacy is transferred over? Well, we have to take back the petty kingdom of Vestergaland. What else? Holland, if I brought him into a battle, he has 662. Oder has a little bit under his control. It's gonna be tight as far as doing this, but I think we can make it work. 1.59k. Oh, it actually went down a little bit. Okay. We're gonna try this, and hopefully we win. If not, well, Pronder might end up being king after all. So we're gonna declare a war to claim Vestergotland. Military. Raise our armies. And we'll bring them all together at Sealand. We'll also call our allies into battle. Orvar will likely decline, but the other two might join us. We almost have our full army together here, and they are together. And we have some alright commanders here. Hopefully they'll do good enough. Actually, you know what? I'll wait for those guys to join us. Okay. They're with us. Let's go. Let's see. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling tired when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone. I can go into hiding. Hurts my diplomacy, my vassal opinion, and my prestige. Bah, I'll get over it eventually. Alright. Generally, if you go into a battle and you have double of what the troops are versus the other side, generally you're pretty much guaranteed to win that battle. So, shouldn't have too many issues here. And we'll keep following them over to Schleswig, so that we can further hurt this army, as well as move to take their eventual capital and all that. Now, when you are doing a siege, you do have an option called Attempt and Assault. We can assault the holding, but we might take serious losses if we attempt to do so. Pretty much you only want to assault if you have a large force that's attacking, and if you're kind of rushed for time, because an assault can be really costly to your forces. And when a war is pretty much between two equal parties, you don't want to push it. Alright, so one of our sons is ready to, well, he has aged up, and he has a big focus on intrigue, so that could be interesting. I also fulfilled my ambition to groom an heir. So let's change, well, we only have one ambition now, and that's to become King of Denmark. Might as well take that. We also have an unmarried heir alert. So we'll go to him, we'll arrange a marriage. Now, we'll sort by intrigue. There's not a whole lot of people here. We have this mastermind theologian, but that hurts fertility. But she is lustful, so that makes up for it. Paranoid, slothful, shy, and arbitrary. I think this girl will make an alright wife. She's not perfect, but she at least does some stuff. We would really like to have like quick or genius, but this girl was only just born, so it's gonna be a while. Patient, kind, charitable. Yeah, it looks like our best option is Mika here. So we'll do that. It's gonna hurt our prestige, but at least it gets him married. And let's do the thing for prestige. Alright, so looking at our wealth right now, as we're in the middle of a war, we're currently losing 0.75 gold or ducats or whatever you call that. So it's not exactly good, but it's not a horrible loss. So with 121 gold, we'll be fine. Alright, we're moving on the capital. So it's looking pretty much like we're going to be able to win this war relatively easily. Also, we can nominate a successor. We'll nominate our son. Because at least our son can do intrigue if he can't really do anything else. Alright, we took the main tribal holding here, so we're going to move against this army. Try and take them out. But it looks like they fled. Oh, all the way down there? Okay. Oh, there's two wars going on. So Vestergotland is being subjugated as well by Wormelander. Those little guys? Well, at least we should win this war. We did win it. Okay. So King Roker has inherited Jarldom of Vestergotland. And who died just now? Your brother died of pneumonia. Uh-oh. Well, that's good and bad. And it looks like we're still being part of this whole war, so I guess we'll go up there. What actually started with this whole thing? I can't tell if this was a war where oh, okay, so they're trying to subjugate us. Okay, well, that's not going to work. They're going to be destroyed. Also, yeah, let's not have our king here leading any armies. That would be a bad sign. Oh, I have to set my crown focus as well. So have we done... We haven't gotten any prosperity yet in either of these locations. So we'll put it back in Sealand, or Stealand, our capital here. I live my life as other men do, navigating its rocks and obstacles, doing my best to achieve success in my endeavors. Still, everything we do takes place in the light of Frey, and we must take care lest the influence of Loki comes into our lives. I should ponder this more deeply. We'll do that. Alright, so what are my direct holdings now? I have defeat. Oh. Well, we can finish this war now. Got us a little bit of gold. Okay. So our current holdings are Skane, Blekinge, Sealand, Finn, Slesvig, and Yeland. So we have a good amount of holdings. Important thing, though, is to make sure that we're able to consolidate everything here. And to do that, we're going to have to make that second title. Or that kingdom title. And it looks like I have enough for it. Creating this title will give you 400 prestige, cost you 160 gold and 100 piety. So for whatever reason, it costs us less this time. Perhaps it's because we directly control more territory? No, I think we controlled all of the territory before. I think maybe it has to do with time? I'm not entirely sure. I know there's something that goes into the whole calculation. But anyways, we're going to make the Kingdom of Denmark. We are now the King of Denmark. We've fulfilled our one ambition that we had. And now this whole Kingdom of Denmark will pass down. And we might as well nominate our successor, who will be our son. Our daughter was born, named Ingidir. Oh, our niece. Well, there's nothing really too special that we can do with her, but we'll teach her etiquette at least. She is quick though, so she would be a good breeding stock for the lineage. Alright, we have a new spy master. We'll send her back over to Kent as well. Now that we're a kingdom, are we making a little bit better on technology? We got 0.57, 0.72, and 0.912. I think we're making a little bit better progress, but still a lot of work to do. I do need a court physician. We'll take Totiel here. And designated regent. Who likes us the most? We have our queen mother. We have this goatee. I think we'll go with this goatee here. Oh, and we need a new ambition. See the realm prosper or build a war chest. 700 gold for a kingdom. I think we'll do... Although seeing the realm prosper is actually pretty good, but I think we want to do a little bit more subjugation as well, so we'll build a war chest. Now, as we come towards the end for this little episode, I think we're going to look around on other places that we can sort of take over. Now, we can only do one subjugation war. Proud or humble? Humble is good for piety. Proud is good for prestige. I have a lot of prestige right now. So, but I think we could probably use more. And actually, since we do have all this prestige, let's actually go back to our capital. Now, one thing about the Norse, Germanic, tribal groups is that they, well, I think specifically tribal, is they build a lot of their buildings with prestige. Now that we have 1303, we can actually build quite a few buildings here. So I think we're going to start with, let's see, the training grounds builds our garrison size and levy size. War camp increases our light infantry. Practice range increases archers. Weaponsmith is good for our reinforcement rate. So of all of these, I think we're going to go with the... Well, let's go with the practice range. Archers can be pretty useful. I believe they start out in, like... When you're doing a battle, there's what's called like a skirmish phase, I think. That sort of starts it out. So having more archers helps that phase of battle. So I think we'll do that. And we'll maybe have this war camp focus on infantry. Alright, should I do any other parts with these areas? I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, the following de jure ducal claims can be pressed for Nurik. I don't know. So let's see, King Sigurdur has 2.62k in troops. I currently have 1.88 with a little bit, 439 from him, 782 from him, 627 and 510. But I think between his potential vassals and that sort of thing, he'll probably have more than us. So we have to be careful taking on this future Sweden guy. Might actually be a better idea to maybe do a subjugation war for Ramariki, whatever. Let's see. Only 1.51. Definitely a possibility, but I think we're going to leave it for the next episode. So in this one, we made a little bit of progress. We saw what happens when your king dies, and because we had 2 sons, our lands kind of split. But now that we have the Kingdom of Denmark title, it should prevent us from actually losing any territory. So even if we have a whole bunch of heirs, one primary heir is going to take the Kingdom of Denmark title, which is going to take control of all of these lesser duchies and that sort of thing. So that's one good thing that's going for us, is we're not going to lose any more land like we did on the last time that we lost a ruler. So probably the big thing that we have to do next is start to, I guess, breed some better heirs and that sort of thing. So right now we have our one son here, Dorolfer or whatever. He's currently working on getting us another heir of some kind, hopefully. What else? What else? Oh yeah. So we haven't had the chance to do it in this episode, but when we do get the chance, be sure to leave a comment below on any potential names for our future heirs. I know currently on the first video we got a couple different names. The first one came from Gerardo for communism. So the first heir that we're able to name, we'll name him Communism. And then the second one will be named, I think it came from Omar, and that name will be like Alexander II. So we'll see how it goes. Again, hopefully you're enjoying this little series. Hopefully this is helping you out a little bit. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon to stay notified on all of my streams and videos. And be sure to leave a like. Always helps the channel. Finally, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will get to it and hopefully be able to help you out. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all later.